What's up, Tint fam? Kevin Rogers here, owner, operator, professional window tinter at On Point Pro Styles Window Tinting in Gainesville, Georgia. I use Film Cut as my preferred plotter cutting software for my tint patterns, available from plotterdepot.com. They recently released an update with some new features, and that's what this video is going to be about. I want to show you what they are and how to use them. One of them has been a long time coming. It's here. I'm excited. Let's get into it. So right off the bat, I'll go ahead and tell you, one of them, the most exciting one, is the ability now to edit the patterns. We can now make them longer, shorter, wider. You can overall the entire pattern. You can add an 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So super, super cool, super excited for that. Can't wait to show you that. The other two is you have the ability to zoom in on the nesting board, making it easier to see the patterns, making it larger to fit the screen instead of just a tiny little box. And then the last one is they've added a cost feature or a pricing feature where you can input your different films and the price you either cost them at per square foot or that you would sell them at per square foot, and kind of use that as a tool to maybe help track your cost of the patterns or how much you're selling the patterns for. So let's dive into the software. I'm going to give you a first person view of my screen and we'll go through each and every one. Okay, here we are. We've got the software open. First thing you're going to notice is the editing button right here. If you've already updated, if you haven't, click your help button here, check for new version. Should get the new version. As you can see, I'm updated. So the latest update is 1.4.2. So the first thing I want to show you is how to make this bigger. Thank goodness. Tools button right next to help. You're gonna click that, go to zoom, zoom in, and on my screen, zoom in twice, just works. Look at how much bigger that is. It even makes the preview of the patterns bigger. So there's your zoom function. So that's number one. Number two, let's look at the pricing structures. So we're gonna click edit options. You see this new pricing button. We're gonna click that. Now I've already set up a couple, but when you first see this, this will be blank and this will be turned off. I have mine already enabled. I've input the 2 film lines that I carry the most. You can also do this for PPF. We're just gonna look at the tint. So I put in superior charcoal. And let's say, I don't know, maybe I should be getting $4 a square foot for it. I haven't done the math on any of this, so this is just play numbers. And then my ceramic extreme, maybe I should be getting $10 a square foot for it, right? Well, there we go. All right, let's pull us up a car. So tint, let's go with 2018 Chevrolet Malibu. Now this is the nesting feature, but I'm going to turn that off so I can show you where the pricing is if you don't use the nesting feature and use the list feature. So right here, there's a little box next to each pattern. You click that and you can see the price, and you can switch that between the ceramic and the superior charcoal. So pretty cool there. But let's go back to the nesting feature because that's what I use. So let's select the back glass. If you see, I click out and then I click on it, it turns a black, it gives it a black border. That means it's selected. So you have to select it, click editing, and this edit palette will pop up, and then on the bottom of it, there's your price, just like before. So there's the superior charcoal, ceramic extreme. So, and then another thing that does is, let's just say, let me add the quarter windows to it. So I'm gonna add that quarter window, add that quarter window, and you can see it changed the pricing because I added more film, more pattern. So it's doing it per pattern. So superior charcoal is now more money, and the ceramic extreme. So helpful tool, use it as you will. Pretty neat. So let's get rid of these and let's just look at this. We're gonna look at the editing features. So there was your pricing that they added, the zoom feature they added, super cool. Thank you, Film Cut. This is the part I've been waiting for. So we've got our pattern. Now first I'm gonna show you how to enter editing mode, because you have to enter editing mode. Just because you click this does not mean it's ready to edit. So you're gonna right click and click edit template. It now makes the border green, which means you're now ready to edit the pattern. First though, let's take a look at these buttons. I'm gonna click out to deselect to turn off the editing and just select it. So you have offset and you have resize. Offset adds it all the way around, and resize allows you to pick a side or the top or the bottom and just add to that. So let's look at offset first. So you're gonna have to select this first, offset. Come over here, right click, edit template. Come over here, I'm gonna click an 1/8. And then I'm gonna click apply and watch the pattern. It added an 1/8 of an inch all the way around, complete offset, so super cool. So that's one way to do it. Now I'm gonna click out of the pattern and just select it. So now it's not ready to edit. Remember, you have to enter editing mode. I'm gonna come over here, now I wanna resize. So I'm gonna click resize first, then I'm gonna right click on the pattern, then I'm gonna select edit template. There it is. So now I'm gonna hold my shift key on the keyboard and I'm gonna use the left mouse button and hold it and drag it over here to this corner and let go. You see it puts a dot here, and a brighter green down here. That means it's going to extend it this way. So I'm gonna select something you can really see. Let's go with a 1/2 inch, and I'm gonna click the plus button and watch the template. That's now 1/2 inch higher than it was before. You wanna tuck it up toward the roof a little higher, whatever the case might be. Let's do it for a door, right? I think people will probably use this feature the most for doors and quarter windows. In the event maybe you're a bottom loader and you want a whole extra 1/2 inch on the bottom of every single pattern. Cool. So we're gonna click resize, have the pattern selected, click resize, and then we're gonna right click on the pattern, click edit template, and we're gonna just add it to the bottom. So I'm gonna click shift, left mouse and hold, draw a box from front to back, let go. There's our little dots. We're gonna add a 1/2 inch to the bottom of the template. Watch the template, click plus, and there it is. Perfect for the bottom loaders. Older cars, window shift. The windows like to rock forward and back. We all know those cars, the older Corollas, the Honda Civics, there's a bunch of them. So now let's say I wanna bump the back of the pattern and the front of the pattern 1/8 of an inch back and 1/8 of an inch front. So I'm gonna, again, I'm on resize. I'm gonna right click the pattern, click edit template, hold my shift key on the keyboard, hold my left mouse, draw a box to make sure I capture, you have to capture some here and some here. So you gotta make sure that box gets all the way in there. I'm gonna click 1/8, I'm gonna click plus, watch the pattern. I've now extended the front of the pattern 1/8 of an inch. Edit template, hold my shift, and to make sure I get the right amount, I'm gonna start down here and I'm holding shift, now left mouse and hold. There it is, 1/8, hit the plus sign, bam. That pattern now has a 1/2 inch extra on the bottom, 1/8 on the back, and 1/8 on the front. Perfect for the older cars with window shift and your bottom loading. Last but not least, let me select this pattern. They did add another little cool thing here that I'll just go ahead and show. It's worth mentioning, a quick rotate. So we all know left mouse hold, you can use your scroll wheel on the mouse to rotate the pattern. Alternatively, you can press the Alt button on your keyboard and use your arrow keys to also manipulate or rotate the pattern. Well now, if you just need to do a quick flip, rotate 90 degrees, there it is. And it's a perfect 90 degree. You're not fumbling trying to get it just right and vertical. They also added 45 degrees, pretty neat. And they also added, let's go another 45. Let's rotate 180. And now let's flip it. Pretty neat. Hope more updates are coming soon. There's obviously some I've thought of that would be really great and would pair up with this as well. And as they come, we'll bring more videos. That's all I got, but it's pretty exciting. The other stuff's really cool. I love being able to zoom in on the nesting board, making the patterns much bigger. I have 24-inch monitor that I use, and it looks a lot better just being a lot larger. And then just, man, being able to alter the patterns, make the quarters, because I know one way I would use it, I'd make all quarter windows probably 1/8 of an inch larger for preference. And then my doors, I would probably, like older cars tend to be just right and there's window shift. So with older cars, when there's window shift, I'll probably bump 1/8 to the back and 1/8 to the front before I cut my patterns, just so I'm ready for the fact that the windows are gonna shift forward and back, and then I'm covered that way. I don't have to find that out later. So super cool, super exciting. If you have any questions, reach out to plotterdepot.com. Again, this is the film cut software available from plotterdepot.com. Reach out to them with anything you've got. They'll be happy to help. Reach out to me, Kevin Rogers, owner, operator, professional window tinter, On Point Pro Styles, Gainesville, Georgia. See you on the next one.